Welcome back, adventurers, once again to Let's Play Biohazard 3 Real Survival. In the last episode, not only did we manage to run into Nemesis, but we also encountered a gigantic worm-like creature in Lonsdale Yard that pretty much almost spelled our demise. But luckily, we were able to get out of that small sewer area back to the central station with the mixed oil firmly in hand. So now that all the parts of the cable car are in order, it is time for us to leave. Jill, Carlos, Mikhail, and myself. Nikolai, unfortunately, has perished, as has Dario Rosso, and any other possible survivors that we might have come across.
It's looking good.
It seems to be working. Well, full steam ahead, I suppose. Into the unknown yet again.
Hey, Mikhail!
That's not a good sound. Right as we were about to leave, this happens. Because of course it would. Because why would we be able to leave so easily?
Mikhail!
Hello, Octomonkey. Do not have time to fight you. We need to run away.
Jill, get out of the cable car now!
Mikhail, wait! Don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
Mikhail.
He gave his life to save ours.
No! The brakes are out!
Unfortunately, we have even more problems besides Octomonkey. We're not stopping anytime soon. Now we have two options. We can jump out the window, or we can use the emergency brake. We need to decide soon, because time is running out. I have no choice. Emergency brake. And it looks like Carlos has jumped out the window. Well, we made it through the rest of the city, and now we're here, wherever here might be. I wonder. Welcome, adventurers, one and all, to the St. Michael Clock Tower. Unfortunately, there's no time to be sightseeing because those crows are everywhere. And we need to run. There is a door right over here that just caught our attention. But lo and behold, we made it. We are in the St. Michael Clock Tower proper. It looks as if it has not been used for a long time. A very fine grand piano. Certainly brings back memories, doesn't it? I wonder if you can still play Moonlight Sonata from memory, Joel. I'm sure you can. But in any event, adventurers, we have finally arrived at the clock tower. But even though we made it, in spite of all the obstacles that have been set in our path, we still have work to do. There might be an extraction helicopter waiting somewhere, but we need to signal that. It's not as if the helicopter was just waiting here out of nowhere, which is very unfortunate. But I suppose them's the breaks. And of course we're here in the chapel of the clock tower. And as I said before, now that we're here, we cannot go back to either the Uptown or the Downtown areas whatsoever. Which means that this is where my stipulation comes in. All these items here, from Jill's lockpick to a Beretta, basically consider all these items as being in this chapel box. Since this is of course the very first item box that we've discovered here at the clock tower. Yeah, all these items now belong to us. Actually, you know what? We'll leave everything be for the time being. And but from here on out, adventurers, any other item boxes we stumble upon, will not have these items in it, in any of them. I suppose another save is in order. Yes, indeed. Time to save again. Number 8. Store these ribbons in the box for the moment. Have a hell of a lot of yeah, a lot of herbs and well, red herbs and everything. Now, well, there were some herbs outside, but unfortunately they were all being guarded by crows. And there is something here. Will we take the clock tower key? Yes, we shall. I have a feeling we're going to need it. It's a key ornamented with a clock part. It has a screw-shaped ornament to put a round shape object inside. The winder key. I wonder. Sorry about that, adventurers. Just catching my breath there. There is an altar here, which is fairly ominous. Is there anything else in here? There's nothing more. Oh well. A small organ in this place. Quaint little area this. So, yeah. And that is not a good sound. That sound means that we're not alone in this place. Yeah. This this place definitely isn't as safe as we would have hoped. But we have no choice. Away we go. Oh my word. Oh! Oh my word. Zombies everywhere. We are on caution. Double headshot for the win. See if we can get another one. Yes, we can. Freaking god. Zombies, zombies everywhere. And this is actually bad, because with these windows now smashed open, literally anything can come into this area. That's bad. This place is even less secure now than it was a moment ago. Not that it was any more secure than the rest of the city. We've used the winder key. Which means we can go out through this way. And that was someone.
Carlos, I don't believe it. You're alive.
I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of this town.
What are you talking about? We made it.
No. You don't get it. They have no intention of letting us make it back alive. Do you really think we can trust their great evacuation plan? Huh. It's just a piece of paper. I can't.
But we don't have any other choice than to trust them right now.
I don't. No. If we're gonna die, then we should get to choose when it happens.
Yeah. So that's it then, huh? You're giving up?
No. I just... I can't handle it. Don't...
Well, it appears as if this ordeal is taking its toll on Carlos Oliveira. And just bear with me a moment, because my controller is dying. So, one moment. Alright, we're back with a fresh set of charged batteries. And yeah, Carlos too managed to make it through here. Now, if Jill and I had jumped out the emergency window, Carlos would have used the brake instead. But since we used the brake, he decided to jump out the window. And yeah. But in any case, even though Jill does have a point with her words and her actions, Carlos is still is still torn about the fact that Mikhail is no longer with us. And he raises a very good point. We actually cannot trust Umbrella's evacuation plan, but hopefully the UBCS pilots will actually come to pull any surviving citizens out. Of course, from there on in is where the difficulty starts. And there is a dining table, which means that this place is a dining hall. Which brings back very old memories for the likes of Jill Valentine. It's like the Arklay Mansion all over again. At least this place isn't as convoluted as the Spencer estate. Though it has a lot of interesting decorations, to be sure. But we are not doing so well health-wise. Now it seems we're in the main hall, judging by how large this room is. And there is a body on the floor here. A corpse wearing the uniform of a UBCS platoon member. Which definitely means that this, well, it tells us something that we didn't already figure out for ourselves, that the landing zone is is pretty much as secure as Central Station was, and that is to say not secure at all. A mercenary's corpse. He might have died fighting. But he does have something here. Now this is an interesting weapon. The mine thrower. And he is also holding something else in his hand. Operation Instruction. Orders for the UBCS Echo Team. Wipe out the downtown area of the infestation, and then evacuate the remaining citizens to the clock tower. Among the civilians, remember to give priority to the employees of Umbrella's affiliates. Remember to stay alert, because the infected have a high endurance rate and will strike without hesitation. Evacuation procedure. Once the mission is complete, or when it becomes too impossible to accomplish, evacuate immediately. 2. We'll deploy a helicopter that is waiting in the suburbs to the yard in front of the clock tower. 3. When you are ready for evacuation, ring the bell of the clock tower to signal the helicopter. Operation instruction has been filed. Well, at least we know that Umbrella did have a plan of sorts, or at the very least, the UBCS had a plan for getting its people out of here. And as Carlos said, their mission was in fact to assist the civilians of Raccoon City, but it also appears that Umbrella did actually brief them on the nature of the T-virus in some capacity or other. And we're going to examine this mine thrower, a prototype weapon made by Umbrella's armament department. It uses special bullets equipped with a sensor. Now, unlike the experimental spark shot, the mine thrower is less than optimal as a weapon. Because while it shoots mines, they actually take a while to detonate. And also something else. There might be a file later that pretty much says something about how to use the mine thrower, but if there isn't, I'm going to tell you anyway. Regardless, do not reload the mine thrower in the inventory, because if you do, all existing mines will basically vanish as if they were never there to begin with. That is a very bad thing. Very bad thing indeed. There is something on this table here. The clock tower map. Marvelous. So now we can see where we are, and there is the second floor. But let's taking the clock tower map. We can't zoom in, but we don't have any real need to. But in any event, we at least have our bearings. And oh my word. There is a first aid spray on that desk. Unfortunately, we're not in any capacity to use it. Some blue herbs over there. Very elaborate looking interior here. Quite different from the interior of the mansion, to be sure. And this is the main hall. Now, if we try to access this door from the outside, it is locked. So they did manage to barricade it. But of course we're opening the lock now, to be sure. Unfortunately, the front door is not the only way that creatures can ultimately get inside the clock tower, as evidenced at the chapel. And I am going to call it an episode, adventurers, and when we return, we shall continue exploring the first floor of the clock tower. And get it secure before we move up to the second level. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.